What's up, movie lovers? Don't miss your opportunity to let your comments be heard during the live broadcast every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on Gotta Love Them Movies. All right, guys, next up in our breaking movie news today from Collider, we get kind of an interesting take on a new Disney movie property coming out, The Tower of Terror. Now, Disney has been doing this over the past 2 decades now, really. We've been seeing them take their popular rides at Disneyland and Disney World and kind of turn them into films. Pirates of the Caribbean, most notable one right there. We had Disney's Haunted Mansion, starring Eddie Murphy, which wasn't that great. Wasn't that great. I think we can all agree that we wanted something a little bit darker, a little bit scarier. Maybe not scary, but like tonally, give us, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Let us not forget, in the 90s, in the early 90s, we got a Tower of Terror movie starring Steve Guttenberg and Kirsten Dunst. Do you remember that? It was a made-for-TV movie. It was not very good. What other? Disney's Jungle Cruise is it was supposed to be out already, but it's coming out later on, right? So we have Jungle Cruise. I feel like there's one that I'm missing. Oh, I feel like it doesn't matter, you guys. There's a whole bunch of rides that have been, movies based on the rides, and this is the newest one, Tower of Terror. Now, Scarlett Johansson is set to produce. This particular article from Collider says she's also going to star in the movie. That kind of goes against some other reports that I've seen, but you know, we'll take it at face value, kind of take it for what it is. 2-time Oscar nominee Scarlett Johansson will produce Disney's Tower of Terror movie, which will be developed as a starring vehicle for the studio's Black Widow actress. Collider has exclusively learned. All right, so Collider here is saying that they exclusively know that not only will she produce, she's also going to star in it. Great, cool, awesome. Toy Story 4 director and Inside Out scribe Josh Cooley is currently writing the script, though plot details are being kept under wraps somewhere on the tower's top floor. Johansson will produce via her production company, yada yada yada. Tower of Terror is, of course, based on the popular Disney theme park attractions, which culminate in a free-falling elevator drop that results in some priceless photos. The exhilarating ride features creepy narrator who sounds a lot like the Twilight Zone host Rod Serling. Well, of course it's supposed to sound like Rod Serling. Of course it is. Anyway, guys, like that article kind of goes and gives a little bit more background of this and that and the other. I'm actually really excited for this. If you know anything about me, Tower of Terror and Haunted Mansion, those are my 2 favorite rides at Disney. Those are my 2 favorite rides at Disney. My favorite ride, hands down, period, holds no barred, is the Harry Potter, not Escape from Gringotts, the other one. The castle one. I can't remember. The Forbidden Forest? Something, I don't know, something like that. That's my favorite ride, hands down, ever, period, amen. I don't know. Tower of Terror and Haunted Mansion, they're right there. They tie for second place. They're both so good. Tower of Terror just creates, well, Haunted Mansion too. They create this atmosphere that is just, it's spooky and it's creepy, but it's the atmosphere that you just love to live in. It's not scary. You don't feel like something is going to pop out and get you. And I think that's the genius of this ride. The story of the Hollywood Tower of Terror is that, you know, what, like 100 years ago or however long it was, and in the 1920s, in the heyday of the Hollywood Tower Hotel, all these various people get in the elevator, and lightning struck the elevator, or, the hotel. The elevator dropped from its highest point, and everyone in the elevator presumably died. They're not going to come straight out and say they died, but let's be honest. The next time we see these people, they're all ghosts. So I think we are going to get a little bit of a ghost story in this. I have a feeling that Scarlett Johansson, as much as I would love for her to be a ghost, one of the main ghosts in this, I think she's going to be the protagonist. I think she's going to play kind of the entry point of the audience member. We are going to the Hollywood Tower Hotel, years later. Maybe she's a Ghostbuster. Maybe she's there to investigate something. Who knows what actually brings her to the Hollywood Tower of Terror? But it seems like she's going to have to spend at least one night in the tower, in this haunted mansion, so to speak, and try and give these ghosts or spirits some respite. I am completely speculating here. We have no idea what the story is actually going to be, but, based on the story of the ride, I think a little bit of speculation is fair game here. But guys, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the Hollywood Tower of Terror movie being produced and starring Scarlett Johansson? I love ScarJo. I love almost everything she's ever done. And I love the ride. A lot of this hinges on, will Disney allow the story to be what the story needs to be? They did for the first Pirates movie. All the rest of the Pirates movies are subservient. They're not so good. Haunted Mansion really kind of got neutered a lot. It got neutered. Other movies, other television shows, that Disney has produced under their, theme park ride projects, right? A lot of them have been watered down. I was really excited to see what they were going to do with Disney Cruise, and then we got this last trailer that popped up. It doesn't look great, you guys. And reviews coming out, people talking about it. It doesn't sound positive. It doesn't sound great. Anyway, but I want to hear what your thoughts are. What do you think of ScarJo producing and starring in the Haunted Mansion? Do you think that ScarJo producing, being one of the main producers on this film, is going to ensure a little bit of quality? I mean, it could. It very well could. I don't know. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Jump on down to the comment section below. Nerdzone says, so many films based on the rides. I can't wait for the Disney World Transport film. Right? What about the World of Tomorrow ride? Or Spaceship Earth. If they did a Spaceship Earth movie... Sorry, my hair is getting in the way of everything. If they did a Spaceship Earth movie, that actually could be pretty decent. That could be decent. I don't know, like Epcot. What about like the tour of the world? You could do a tour of the world. I don't know. There's so many different interesting rides that could be turned into movies. Obviously, we need a better Haunted Mansion movie. We just need a better Haunted Mansion movie. We're getting Muppets Haunted Mansion, which I reserve judgment for. I'm excited about because I love the Muppets, and Muppets deserve to have control of the world. I love the Muppets. But I'm also cautiously optimistic about it. The Muppets, under Disney's hands, do not have the best track record. They've produced some really cool stuff, but the good stuff that they've made does not hold the belief in... Disney doesn't, believe that it's going to succeed, so they don't continue with it. So the Jason Segel Muppet movie was excellent. The sequel that they rushed immediately afterwards failed because they rushed it, and it didn't have talent behind it. They had talent in the movie, but they didn't have talent making the movie. And so the movie failed. It was so bad. It was really bad. And the Muppets television show that's a great show. It was filmed in the same style as The Office, same style as Parks and Rec, same style as Modern Family. It had that same kind of interview, real up close and personal kind of feel to it, where they do cutaways. Miss Piggy has her own late night talk show. Kermit is the executive producer on the show. There's a writer's room with Gonzo and Rizzo. It's a great show. But there's only 13 episodes or 18 episodes, something like that. Not a lot. And Disney didn't believe in it. which it also didn't get the viewership that they were hoping for, and they nixed it. They didn't back it. They should have. It was a great show. Anyway, but yeah, I want more of this stuff, man. I want more of this. Nerdzone says, if where did we go? Where did we go? There we go. If Small World was a film, it would be a horror film. Oh man, I've said this multiple times on this channel in the past. It's a Small World After All is a terrible ride. It has a lot of love out there. I understand. But I don't understand the love for the ride. I don't. It's a dumb ride. When it was originally made in like the late 60s, early 70s, 72, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Disney World opened in 72. Somebody correct me there. But It's a Small World After All came from Disneyland. And I will die on this hill. That is a terrible ride. It's stupid. It's dumb. I understand that people love it. I just think that it's a dumb ride. But yes, if they turn that ride into a movie, a horror film, it would have to be. That just makes all the sense in the world. It needs to be a horror film, right? And that is a movie I would watch. I think that would be fun.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Batman from the animated series would want you to do. His name is Batman.